Hi there, my name is Georg Büchner. Today I will be talking to you about the play Woyzeck, written by Georg Büchner, who was taken away from us way too soon, which is why this play isn't even finished yet and probably never will be because the author is dead. So the play is centered around the main character, obviously, whose name is Franz Woyzeck. He's a German. Ja, das stimmt. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Mein Name ist... Sorry, I can speak a little German, but I digress. Franz Woyzeck is the main character, and he is a station soldier in Germany in the 19th century. It's a long time ago, isn't it? And he was stationed there as a soldier. He was a working class man, working hard to provide for his family. His child, and his, well, not his wife, but his woman, to use possessive terms, so to speak, which we probably shouldn't do because we're now in the 21st century and that is not okay. But she was his woman, and she was a sinner, as they called it back then. But it wasn't, you know, she had the kid out of wedlock, that's the point, and the church shunned her for that, because, you know, they were Christians back then. Most people were Christians back then, God-fearing people. You know, as it is. And the church didn't like that. She had the kid out of wedlock. She was basically a slut, as they called it back then. I mean, I don't have any problems with the word slut. Some people call me a slut, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Anyway, she had the kid out of wedlock, and he was working hard to provide for them, and he did that by being a working soldier in Germany during that time. And to make some extra income, he volunteered to experiment for some crazy dude named the Doctor, who sounds kind of similar to the Doctor that was actually got the nickname the Angel of Death during World War II, Joseph Mengele, the Nazi doctor. I don't know if this was based on the same guy, probably not, because that happened after, but I felt there was some similarity there when I read this. And this doctor has these strange experiments, and he puts poor Franz in this awkward situation where he is put on a diet of eating just peas. Now, I've been on some crazy diets during my life, but nothing as crazy as that. That takes the cake, so to speak. And by doing that, by eating these peas all day, he starts to hallucinate, loses shit, and he sees the world end. And the more he falls into this abyss of like, total pea madness, like as in peas, the peas that you eat, like he wasn't put he didn't have to drink. You get the idea. Peas from a pod. And as the more he loses his shit, the more his woman, Maria, loses her shit, and she starts to notice other men, as one does. The drum major, whatever the hell that is, and eventually, the more they both lose their shit, eventually the drum major, she starts to play on the major's drums, or she uses his drumsticks they sleep together, that's the point. And then Franz, the poor guy, who's working hard to provide for his family, finds out, he loses shit, he gets beaten down by the drum major, which is kind of embarrassing, and then he goes back in a rage and he kills his wife, as one does. Not his wife, and it's not something one does, his woman. He kills her, stabs her by a pond, and you know, because then you can get rid of the evidence, you can wash the knife and live happily ever after, except if you're Marie, she's dead. As much as I would like to go on, I have to end this as abruptly as the author did, because he's dead. That's it. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day.